buying a car on loan could keep you poor is what I want to talk about in this video. Simply said, you going to a bank out there or even whichever source of money, getting debt for you to be able to finance a car for your own personal use could actually keep you poor. Watch the whole of this video for you to understand why that's the case and also have a sense of the alternatives to that. You are all much welcomed to my channel. My name is Afagza Sifunam. I am a finance expert and qualified accountant, bringing you amazing videos about investing and making money each and every day. In case those are the topics you should like, down there is a button called subscribe. Click the button for you to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss these amazing videos which I make each and every day. And while you still at it, drop a like on this video. Before we even jump into the video, comment down below. Do you think buying a car on loan will keep you poor? Have you bought a car on loan before? How was it for you? Did you pay with ease or did you regret? Comment down below in the comment section. Let's continue discussing there even as I share these amazing pointers with you. Okay? And the first pointer is that you buying a car on loan is gonna make you pay interest on an asset which starts depreciating immediately you buy. Guys, car is the kind of asset which as soon as you pay and you start getting out of that particular car yard or even showroom, it starts depreciating immediately. That's something which most people out there don't understand. Okay? The car, yes, is an asset, but then again, it's an asset which depreciates immediately. Unlike assets like, for example, real estate, which do appreciate, or even intellectual properties, which do appreciate, cars do depreciate immediately. That is why your car is going to be losing value, and yet you are paying pre-agreed upon interest on that particular asset which is losing value. In case you took a huge loan, okay, you are paying very hefty interest or cost of financing. You're going to really struggle because even in case push comes to shove, even when you decide, for example, to sell that particular car, it won't be able to cater for your initial financing together with the cost of financing. And then the second thing we should consider is that the monthly payment on that particular loan is not the only real cost. And I'm saying so because look at it this way. You have agreed with the bank, you're going to be paying a given amount each and every month. What most people out there assume is that they're going to do their math based on that particular amount they're going to be paying the bank, and then they will be okay. That is not the case really. Case in point, you've agreed with the bank, for example, you're going to be paying 50K each and every month. Remember, you've acquired an asset in form of a car which needs maintenance, which needs insurance, which needs servicing, okay, which needs fuel. All these are additional costs to the cost of you acquiring the car and having fixed monthly payments. So in case you opt for this option, don't just tell yourself like, hey, once you've agreed with the bank, going to be paying 50K each and every month, you are set to go. That is not the only real cost. The real cost is in the cost of you maintaining that car, which you'll have acquired for your personal use. And then the third thing we should need to put in mind is that you buying a car, more so buying a car which is expensive, is gonna make you low capital, which would instead have used to build wealth. Please remember, I've already shared that the car began depreciating as soon as you bought it. Okay? And then also, you most likely utilizing that car for your own personal use. Guys, assuming you are placing this car on a trajectory of investment, it isn't an investment at all. And I'm saying so because, yes, it is a convenience thing for your own use, but in reality, you could be having better investment opportunities out there which could have built you wealth. In fact, they could be appreciating in value because you're going to be enjoying maybe interest, rental income, okay? You're going to be enjoying different forms of returns instead of you being the one to pay interest to a bank. So you getting money and locking it in purchasing a car for personal use is going to slow you down when it comes to building wealth because you'd rather have put a particular money on different asset classes out there which would have given you a better return, therefore seeing your money grow. And then the fourth thing which you need to have in mind is that long tenure loans typically make cars look cheap. and yet in reality, you'll end up catering for an expensive bill. Guys, if a car, for example, is costing 3 million Kenya shillings, whether it is asset financing or you're getting money to buy it directly, right? In case someone tells you you're going to have to pay this over maybe 5 years, right? Each and every year, maybe you're supposed to pay 600,000. That really breaks it down. It looks like it's 50K each and every month, assuming it is fixed. Of course, you know it won't be fixed because even the interest rate is going to be variable, right? That makes it look cheap. But in reality, that 50K is blinding you, because the truth is that the real cost is that particular 3 million, okay? Which you are going to be paying more than 50K each and every month for the next 5 years. Therefore, you buying car on loan, it makes an expensive car look cheap. But the reality is you are going to really work extremely hard to pay this particular loan which you've acquired for the next 5 years. And you're going to feel the impact of this payment along the way as you continue to pay for a long tenure or a long period of time. And then the fifth thing that you need to have in mind is that typically your lifestyle starts revolving around your car. Guys, look at it this way. Maybe you are just living in a modest neighborhood, okay? And you've decided to go and buy an expensive car. Chances are you start feeling, for example, you need to move to a better neighborhood, okay? You start feeling, for example, you need to go to better restaurants, okay? You start feeling, for example, you need to start traveling and go to those amazing places out there to be able to spend time because you can move. Simply put, your lifestyle is going to start evolving around your car in a way which you hadn't seen before. Of course, the car is going to give you convenience, but then again, if you don't have additional money or extra money, which you're not even relying from your employment income, then you'll end up straining. Because remember, you are paying the loan which you acquired to purchase the car. And secondly, your life has also started evolving around a particular car. Therefore, your cost of living, basically put, you are experiencing something called lifestyle inflation because you are forking out more and more money to those fancy restaurants which you are going to maybe even a new neighborhood, or even those places you are traveling to in quest for you to explore. And then the sixth thing which you need to have in mind is that typically when you are purchasing a car on loan, you could run to a risk of becoming car rich but cash poor. How many times have you met someone out there who has a car but don't even have money for fuel? People are parking their cars in their parking lots at home, and even maybe driving just the car maybe 2 or 3 days a month. Simply put, they don't have money for fuel. But then again, they are car rich. And in reality, they don't have cash. So that's a dilemma to be in. Because in real world, it's better you be cash rich or have cash instead of having cash locked somewhere in something which is not giving you money and even you're not utilizing. That is why you need to ensure you do your math very well. Don't stretch yourself too much to go for an extremely expensive car out there, which is going to make you car rich. You have insane loan obligations, and in reality, you will be cash poor. And then the seventh thing you need to have in mind is that a car should serve you and your journey to becoming rich, not just make you look like you are rich. What do I mean? Remember, most people out there buy cars for their own personal use, right? That is fair enough. It creates convenience. It also assists someone build their social capital in case they are very calculative around that. But then again, if you're just buying a car to look rich and it in reality is not really adding anything to your life around contributing you towards becoming rich, whether it is giving you direct business, fostering the amazing relationship which you can build and so forth, then that is something which you've gotten into which is not really assisting you in your quest to become rich. That is why you need to be very calculative when you are getting a car, more so on loan, and ensure it is truly assisting you to be able to become rich, not just look rich. Because you could look rich and in reality you are poor and even struggling to pay for the car which you did buy. As I conclude this video, please note, I'm not saying a car is bad. A car is good by all means because it creates convenience of you moving from one point to another, okay? And even so, I fully agree, adults out here need a car for them to be able to move in a convenient way. The thing which I'm painting a picture and also I'm against is you straining very much to get a car which in reality you won't be able to afford. You are going out there to get a car on loan and even you're struggling to pay that particular car instead of thinking of better alternatives. What do you think about this video? I hope you've gotten a thing or two which you can capitalize on as you seek convenience while also continuing to build wealth. Cheers, guys, and look forward to catching up with you in next videos. Bye bye, and you all stay safe.